This is a match cut. It is one of those things you may not even notice when you're watching a movie. But part of what makes it so special is that it tells you a story without you even realizing it. And if you have no idea what it is, it's actually pretty simple. Basically, I cut from one shot to another where the composition of the two shots are matched by the action or subject and subject matter. Okay, I did not get any of that. So, what is a match cut? Why is it so important? And how is it possible for such a simple editing technique to have that much power? Those are questions nobody asked. But if there was one person willing to go above and beyond to answer them, it was going to be me. Anyways, back to the match cut. To put it simply, there are three main types of match cuts: graphic, audio, and movement. In the graphic match cut, you focus on one particular thing in the frame while everything else changes between the shots. With the audio match cut, both shots are completely different visually, but what connects them is some sort of a similar sound.
Is the whole house gonna collapse or something?
Not if I can help it.
And for the movement match cut, the same camera motion or action is carried between the shots. So now that we know what it is, let's see how it can be used in practice. Like in the movie Titanic, for example, which has never made me cry.
Jack.
The movie starts with a group of scientists exploring a shipwreck at the bottom of the ocean, and at some point we need to go back from present time to 1912. Now, there are many different ways you could do that, with a title card or establishing shot, but the way James Cameron did it is one of my favorite examples of a match cut. In a way, it is a perfect example of the golden rule of filmmaking, to show and not tell. And that is part of the reason why the graphic match cut is so useful, because it is a great way to show a passage of time, a change, or even the same character at a different point in their life. The audio match cut, on the other hand, is a fantastic way to connect two scenes together.
Just do your job, but never forget what he is.
And what is that?
Oh, he's a monster. So rare to capture one alive.
And the movement match cut can be often used to switch to a different location. But as practical as it is, the true beauty of the match cut is in all the underlying storytelling that comes with it. Because when used right, it is way more than just a cut, but a visual metaphor. And one of the most iconic examples of that is from the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. In the beginning of it, we see the very moment when an ape discovers that a bone can be used as a tool and a weapon. He then celebrates that by throwing it into the air, and we get a match cut of a satellite. Also a tool, but developed millions of years later. And just by doing this simple match cut in a matter of seconds and without a single word being said, Stanley Kubrick shows us how one simple discovery put the beginning of civilization itself, and how ultimately connected they are. Another great example comes from Pixar's movie Up. In this one, we see a match cut of the main character going from the funeral of his wife to his empty home, and that is more than enough to highlight just how lonely he feels in there without her. You can also get very creative with the match cut, and imply things without showing them, send a symbolic message, or even combine them for a comedic effect.
Scott! What? You only played one note for that entire song.
And that's why I love the match cut so much, because every time I see one, I know that the filmmaker cares. It is just not something that can happen by accident. So next time you watch a movie and you see a match cut, think about the message behind it. And me, because I love them.